Yeah, it's that time of year again. Obviously everything gets tougher at this time of year, but to mean I have to let a few of the guys go. This is exactly what I was scared of.
We need to get it out because the hole's not quite deep enough. With the post holes, you need it to go 600 deep. It's not quite deep enough, so unfortunately that rock needs to get out.
And I'm going to give Kyle moral support, giving them moral support. Come on, Kyle, you can do it!
Yeah, come on, guys!
I can't actually remember. Like, I can't really remember anything, but it is. Good morning, folks. It is Monday. It is a brisk -2 degrees this morning. It's our first probably hard frost of the year. You can see just how cold it is. Yeah, it's that time of year again. Obviously everything gets tougher at this time of year, but happens every year. You'd think we'd be used to it by now. Anyway, just in and getting opened up for the guys coming in. Damien is back today. God, how many times? I feel like I've been saying that all the time. You're back. Damien is back from Dubai. He's back for a week and then he goes away again to the football. This other sort of job that he's got. Damien, Kyle, Mike and Tommy, I believe, will be the team today. We've got a job for the digger to go to. Basically digging out a raised sort of garden bed, and then they want it levelled down to the sort of the original height of the grass. And we've also got a fence to go and start as well, so the frost won't be that hard. You know, the first layer of the ground might be a bit hard, but as soon as you're through that, it should be okay. I was up here on the weekend, both days, basically just sort of getting things set up, organising the van a little bit, organising the work. Because like I said in the last video, if you remember on the Friday, we were kind of at a loose end with things. We had jobs there, but just not organised to go and start, etc. So yeah, we've got these two projects to go and start. Potentially another job to go up to in Inverness this week, a patio and some raised planters to do. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm just going to go grab the keys for this van and get it defrosted. It is cold. God, I can't believe we were doing this in one of the earlier videos. Oh, clutch. God's sakes. I've heard the heaters are very bad in these, so be on max. That should give it enough time to defrost as the guys arrive. I started putting the posts on this beaver tail last night, but then I realised, well, hang on. They're just going to get all covered in frost, so I left them under the lean-to. We've actually run out of post sleeves for these posts. So I've sent them an email asking if they can send out an order urgently, because we need about 13 more posts for this job. So until they come, we'll be at a bit of a standstill. So hopefully they can get them sent out ASAP. But yeah, certainly feel it in the hands this morning, and I'm going to need to get some heavier gloves for the guys. We've been using these, if I can get them out, we've been using these Wonder Grips. These are really comfy gloves, they're quite thin. Don't get in the way, but at this time of year they're not very much use. Alright, Paul!
Hi, mate.
Long time no see. You well?
Missed you.
You have a good time?
Ah, it's good, man.
Good. Have you missed your pal?
Hmm?
Have you missed your friend?
Yes, I have. It's good to have him back.
So that's the guys off to that job. I won't be far behind them. I've just got a couple of emails to send. Good to have Damien back. He has enjoyed his time away. I'd like to have hoped so. But yeah, I certainly feel a bit more like engaged at the moment. I don't know if it's more of a sort of defence mechanism. I'm trying to be a bit more proactive with things, and it's very much real that if I don't pull my finger out and keep the machine moving, especially through these colder months, then it could get difficult. But we've got good relationship with customers, lots of things in place, and ultimately, as long as we can get to the work and still crack on with it, then it should be fine. Depending on how things go, it might obviously mean I have to let a few of the guys go, the sort of part-time guys. So like Kyle, Damien and Mike, they've been with me for, well, Mike best part of this year, and Kyle and Damien over a year now, so they're the sort of three that would be prioritised. And Tommy, Ed and Alex, who's 2 days a week, they would get the luck of the sort of draw. They know that anyway. It's not like I've promised them full-time employment and gone, well, bye-bye. I said I'll keep you on as long as I can, but if it gets hard, then we're going to have to cut losses for the winter. Not what I want to do. Obviously I want to be able to be sustainable enough to keep guys going through the winter, because it is hard to find good staff, etc. But sometimes you've just got to do what is best for the business and for your bank account. Because I can't have guys standing around here doing stuff that isn't going to make any revenue. So yeah, food for thought, definitely in my mind. We should be alright. run up to Christmas, get Christmas and New Year out of the way, and then it's a slow slog out of January, February and March. Anyway, I'm going to send these emails and I'm going to get through to the job. Your kind of post line there, you know, in line with that. But the tables have turned.
Wow, that's some big chopsticks, bro. Put it in there. Give it a good first height first. Down and then give it a good like this. There you go. Scoop it up. And that's where you work your shoulders and lats. And there we go.
Just give me a back. Just give it back. He's lost it, Enrico. He's lost his touch. He's just.
Got another Vogue magazine.
Yeah, Vogue magazine. It's a brisk Tuesday morning here in Carbridge. Cracking on with this job. Bit of a slow start to the morning with everything being frozen, but we are getting there. The sun is coming through. So we pan to the sun, Enrico.
Right. First time
with the job. Got a new videographer, you know, he's just a bit green around the gills with that sort of stuff, you know, so. We're getting there slowly. The weather's proving a bit difficult. Trying to defrost concrete currently. And we've got 3 bags of concrete mix trying to defrost. So this is the sort of stuff we have to deal with come the winter time. But just got to make do and do what you can.
Those two have struck gold. And by gold I mean a massive rock, so we need to get it out because the hole's not quite deep enough. With the post holes you need it to go 600 deep. It's not quite deep enough, so unfortunately that rock needs to get out. But it's proving to be stubborn. I'm going to give moral support.
And I'm going to give Kyle moral support, giving them moral support. Come on Kyle, you can do it!
Yeah, come on guys!
No chance.
No, you're not a chance.
That's how you get the stone out. So we have not long had lunch, but me and Enrico are going through to dump a load of stuff we've got in the trailer here. Mike has went back to the digging job with the digger, and he is going to be getting the sort of piles that are needing to go away ready for us when we come back. Kyle and Ed are putting in the front posts, and Damien and Tommy are putting in the back posts. We're a bit of a loose end with all the post situation until we get some more sleeves, which should be arriving today. I thought I had enough sleeves, but it turns out that we didn't. So I sent them an email first thing yesterday morning asking if they could send some out urgently, and they have done. So whether they're here now or not, I don't know, but as soon as they are, we'll get wrapping with those. But bit of a slow start to the morning. The weather doesn't help things. As I mentioned earlier with the frost, it just slows everything down. We're having to defrost water, defrost concrete mix before we can, you know, do anything. Putting frostproofer in the concrete, in the postcrete as well, to try and make sure it actually goes off. yeah, it just creates problems. It has warmed up a bit now, and I think it's probably due to snow, so that's arguably even worse. So try not to be too negative, because it always could be worse. We're still able to kind of crack on, and as long as we can get some stuff done, it's better than doing nothing. So yeah, just trying to stay positive. So the customers asked for a price for a fence to come along the top of this ridge. Now that the mound is gone, they're wanting a bit more privacy from the roadside, because this fence down here is lower down, so it really isn't doing anything. So I think they're talking about having a 6-foot fence coming down and probably ending here in line with that post, so they can still gain access around the back here if they need to. So just sort of getting a rough estimation to them, and it would be good to get a start whilst we're here rather than coming back. So yeah, nothing like a job growing arms and legs. Uncanny, we have got a celebrity working with us. No, thank you very much for watching. That is, what day is it? Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday, oh god. Bye. Come on, act like you want to be here. Cut! Stop it! So, it is Wednesday morning and we have snow. It was going to come sooner rather than later, but it's made this morning a little bit difficult getting going. Kyle's looking for me, so I'm going to answer him. Hi Kyle.
Hello. Hello.
So as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by Kyle, bit of a slow start to the morning. The other job along the road, we're supposed to be putting a small patio in. Well, we can't because of the snow, so we're at a bit of a loose end. We've got Kyle, Damien, Tommy and Mike here just now doing the fence, so we're going to try and get the front line up. Damien and that are just doing the back bit, and yeah, we've still got posts to put in. The post sleeves did not arrive, so couldn't be doing that. I had to tell Ed this morning to stay at home because there's just nothing. It was not feasible having him here. There's nothing else really to do. It would just be a cost. There's probably more than enough people as there is just now anyway. So yeah, it is what it is. Really need to start getting a bit more proactive, I think, with the snow. Instead of letting it get to me, like bother me and think, oh god, this is just hellish, it's hard work. We need to just try and make it work, make it happen, whether it's, clearing stuff before, digging out the snow before we start laying something, or etc. The work must continue. So the sun has came out, so yeah, should be good. So it is a little bit later on in the day now. I left the guys to the fence. Two of them are two sets of boarding going on, so there wasn't really much else for us to do. Decided what we're going to do is we're going to clear the base that we dug out of snow, and we're going to get the type 1 in. Now obviously we need to make sure there's not an awful lot of frost on the ground, because if we put the type 1 in and then the frost settles, what we might do is we might go and put it in just now. Hopefully then by next week the temperature is supposed to warm up. We'll run it over with the whacker now, firm it up, and then next week we will run it over again, and hopefully then it should be defrosted, because I don't want to be putting slabs down and then they pop up. So the slabs will have to go on hold. We also have another patio to do in Inverness, which is a bit slightly warmer. However, we can go and do the prep work for that, so we might make a start on that tomorrow. Just trying to keep the ball moving and try not to stay too stagnant in this cold Wednesday afternoon. I'm about to head to the quarry and get some type 1. So that is the little patio that's going in. It's only 9 3x2 slabs. I was going to say like the one down there, but you can't see it. Indian sandstone slabs in Candla Grey, I think. So just going to get the base in just now. We've made sure the ground below is soft. We've raked it off. We'll whack this hard, and then hopefully that'll keep the frost from right down below, and we'll protect it. So we are back in the yard, and the guys are just offloading the rest of the Type 1 into the bay. I was pretty disappointed with the Type 1 that we got from the quarry. Yeah, the stuff that I got from the quarry was like little to no fines through it. So we put it in anyway, and we whacked it hard, and it will be pretty firm. But what we're going to do is get some dust to cap the stuff that's there, and hopefully that'll sort of find its way through the gaps and bind in a little bit better. So I think the guy just took it from the corner of the pile, or the edge of the pile, where he should have dug into the stuff. Bit of navigation here. So I have been back, I've cleared the yard of snow, had the plough on the forklift, and tried to give it a good scrape. Kind of just glides over the surface, it doesn't get a right good dig in. Cool, we are free. These bloody heaters on.
Sorry, what?
New jockey wheel.
It's like night and day.
Don't bend it.
That's now.
Kyle is wrapping some posts. That is exactly how he feels about that.
That's not too bad.
I think there are worse things to be doing.
Behaving this time.
They're behaving. Ironically, the ones that are too big for the posts are behaving. This is what we've got. With posts everywhere to try and get them out of the cold and the snow. I think I might just put a big roof on the yard. It's the whole thing. It's a big,
That other one looks like a
just a big,
shed.
yeah, just a big lean-to the whole way. Oh, the joys. Well, folks, I have no really other way to tell you. I suppose I'll just show you. This is the current state of affairs. The Ranger is going to heaven. Last night I was on my way to an appointment, and in a snowy blizzard approached a corner that I couldn't really see because of the snow. Tried to turn the corner and just started sliding. I wouldn't say I was going fast, obviously just too fast for the road condition, maybe doing 25 mile an hour. Like I must have maybe panicked and put my foot on the brake, and I can't actually remember. Like I can't really remember anything, but anyway, started sliding, trying to go around the corner, went across the other side of the road into a ditch, and unfortunately we have collided with a tree. It is pretty sorry for itself. I'm fine, got a bit of a sore neck, but could have been a hell of a lot worse. It is what it is. I'm pretty, easy at accepting what's happened. Like, I'm not dwelling about this. The whole process of getting a new pickup now and the insurance and everything, that's what's going to be the pain. I'm without my pickup, I'm without my pride and joy essentially, and we're in the time of year where I need it the most. I need it to be able to tow, even getting around in the snow. Like, you can just see how much snow we've had overnight. That's all the stuff from the bottom of the yard. At the bottom of the yard there you can see, just outside the gates, we cleared all that this morning. And yeah, is what it is. I just thought I'm going to have to, show the camera. Am I gutted? 100%. It's just a car. It is something, I'm very grateful that I wasn't injured or anything. It was a very really anticlimactic accident, I'm going to be honest with you. It was just like, coming around the corner, tried to slow down before the corner, slid into the corner and then into a ditch, and then what's actually made so much impact is the fall into the ditch. Like the whole vehicle was like broad sideways, it fell into the ditch, and that's what hit the tree, and that's why it's caved in so much. So I've been in touch with insurance. I've not heard anything back yet, but I'd very much imagine that it is written off. So yeah, that's the end of BE11MOZ. That's the private plate that's on it. What it will go on to next, I don't know. I am not overly fussed about the pickup. Like, obviously I'm gutted, but the main concern this morning was the snow. We have got maybe 4 inches of snow on the ground, and is there anything I can do about it? No. I've just got to get on with it. I kind of buried my head in the sand this morning, or in the snow, if you will, and thought, what am I going to do? Like, this is exactly what I was scared of. Last year we didn't really get much snow like this, so we were pretty lucky, and it's been a bit of a wake-up call. And I had a conversation with the guys that are part-time. They have been told to stay at home, and Mike, Kyle and Damien, I had a conversation with them to say, like, listen, this is what I've warned you about when you first started, and this has obviously happened. There's going to be an element of either having to take time off, which I do not want to do. I want to be a sustainable place that people can come and work. But at the end of the day, if I'm not making any money, if the business isn't making any money, and I'm paying people to be here doing stuff that isn't generating any revenue, it can fall apart really quickly. They're all very much aware of that, but I as an employer have a responsibility as well. So I said, you know what, I had a conversation with a good friend and basically said we just need to tread water. The guys are going to go put in some fence posts. They're away to do that now. And this camera's about to die. So we are cracking on regardless, trying to push through. If we can get these fence posts in today, potentially we can get going with the boarding and railing tomorrow, which doesn't really matter if it's snow, rain or shine. Anyway, that is it for Thursday. I'll probably see you tomorrow.